769.
Ladies and gentlemen, Imus in the morning.
I guess it's too late to try to jump back on that Trump bandwagon. Roseanne did 18 million people. Come on, girl. Huh?
Yeah.
For a Tuesday night sitcom? Are you kidding me?
And it was great.
Sure.
10% higher than her finale when she went off the air back in the...
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. First of all, she's funny. And the people would be liking my Trump. Well, don't try that, my Trump, you bastard. And Bernie and Sid have booked my Trump for the first day of the second or what?
Well, it's not booked yet, but Hope Hicks did get back to Bernard yesterday.
Yeah.
But Hope Hicks is she officially gone now, Bernie? Is that it?
Well, I heard this morning on the news that yesterday was her last full day.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we have to wait and see.
She is the only pipeline.
All right.
I predict there'll be some motorboating
Oh, baby.
with blubber titties
Motorboat.
with Bernie and Sid. That's what I'm talking about.
It is true, though, man, that
Yeah.
Trump wants to come on with us
Yeah.
to actually thank you. Is that
Sure.
all right, Bernie?
That is true.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's very true.
Yeah, he better. Right.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. So, I'm not quite sure what to do here. So, now at 7:05 this morning, I have to talk to you a little bit, but at 7:05, Lou and I are going to play. I'm going to play the first song ever played on the radio. So, some of you know what that is, and you may know what it is, but I think.
Hey, you better tell me. I don't know what it is.
Imagine if we guessed it.
What do you think it is? You guess. What do you think it is, Guns?
Either a Willie Nelson or maybe a Guns N' Roses just to go out with a bang.
First song.
In the 60s,
remember,
Guns N'
it was-
Roses?
Oh, I thought the final song we're walking out to.
Remember, it was June 1st. It was June 1st, 1968.
Got to be the Beatles.
No.
Steppenwolf.
Greensleeves.
Greensleeves.
Great song. Great
Remember, it was a rock and roll radio station, Palmdale, California,
Eat purple, baby.
KUTY.
Elvis?
Give us a hint.
The Rascals.
No, I'm going to give you nothing.
Nothing.
Screw you.
D-Dog?
What are you talking about?
Is it a really good song, or is it something that you like, but not necessarily everybody like?
No, it's a hit record. At
Oh,
the
hit
time.
record.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I got a job at a rock and roll radio station. It was my first day. It was a Saturday. I wasn't deciding then what the playlist was.
Gotcha.
It took about a week. Then I said, let's play what I want to play.
That's right. That's
That's from Frank Zappa. Frank Zappa and Captain Beefheart, the Palmdale and Lancaster are two cities that merged together now and even sort of did then. And they both lived in Lancaster, California. Frank, and he'd come over, hang out at the station with the I-Man. Doing that, remember that the program director was, what's his old Jerry Stevens? I wonder whatever happened to him. Should have got Bo Dietl to, well, you could track him down, I guess. But they got to be, I'm 77. Problem is, a lot of these people are dead. You know the stuff that's been said about me the past, these great columns and the Anthony Mason, CBS, and all that stuff. That's ordinarily what they say, probably will say, again, when I die. So I got the benefit
That's right.
of all of these wonderful things people have said about me, all pretty much true, by the way. And I'm still here to cash in. No, that's a wrong phrase. Not to shop this book that Lobster's doing. No, that would be crass. I'm in. For you to do a memoir with an accompanying CD of all the best stuff from all the years.
Wow.
Doing the MSNBC Morning program.
Oh, boy.
Here we
you
go.
do that, I mean?
Here we go. Oh, boy.
Would you do a memoir, and in that memoir, be a CD with like your first day at NBC? Would you do that, I mean? I can't believe you do that.
Wow.
and sell that to people and keep the money. Hey, but that bus. Still don't have my bus yet, so I'm not going to buy my bus myself. No? I could, but I'm not going to.
Who's going to chip in with you?
No, they should just give him one.
I don't know yet.
They should just give him one.
It's the Iman.
The Iman.
Well, no, they're not going to.
They have showers on them now, too?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Massage
they're
rooms.
Unbelievable.
Asians.
Yeah.
They're like the suite at the Four Seasons.
Yes,
Right.
that's right.
Curtis should have one.
I had a bus with Yogi. Yogi used to drive. Used to drive Harry Connick. Used to drive Tom Petty mostly. Yogi did. I still talk to Yogi once in a while, not very often, but.
Who's Yogi? You know, I
The
thought
driver,
you
the bus driver.
Oh, I thought it was Yogi Berra. I swear.
Yogi lives in Florida. Looks like Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, okay.
Drives a bus with shower shoes. But anyway, or no, he drives the bus barefoot. Come on now. And
That sounds safe.
the bus is unbelievable. Oh man, there are these Prevost buses. Google them. They're about $2 million. And you rolling on down Highway 61 in one of them bad boys. Oh, God. Well, that's what I'm going to be doing. So, but
Where are you going to go? What's the destination? What's the... We're just going to
all these rodeos.
All the rodeos. Awesome.
This is a full-time deal. I don't think you understand how... Well, you don't. But,
But that's just the weekends, right? During the week he's in school.
Rodeo's a big deal. He's got his schedule, so he goes to school Monday night, Tuesday, and Thursday. And then the rest of the time he's either practicing or he's got a... You know, the problem with Rice University is they actually make you go to school.
Yeah.
But no, he's... and then he practices, then he goes to rodeos. So he hasn't turned pro yet because he can't. He's made enough money, more than enough, to turn pro. But he can't go to enough rodeos because he has to go to school. So, what she's smart to do is particularly Rice University. Come on, man. Anyway, what's going on in the world, Bernie? Let me know about that.
Well, as you mentioned, boss, one of the biggest stories is the fact that that TV show, the aforementioned Roseanne, did so well in the ratings. But some details on it, the top TV markets where Roseanne really came in, where she did well was where Trump won in the election. For example, Tulsa in Oklahoma, Trump won 65.3% of the vote. That show was number one in Tulsa. Then you had Cincinnati, Ohio, Kansas City, Missouri. And to give you another example, in New York City, it wasn't even in the top 20. In Los Angeles, it wasn't even in the top 30. Roseanne. And but anyway, here's just one more clip from the Roseanne show illustrating the whole. Well, just take a listen.
I should have tried to understand why you voted the crazy way that you did.
And I should have understood that, you want the government to give everybody free health care because you're a good-hearted person who can't do simple math.
That's funny.
Stuff like that. So that was Roseanne. So congratulations to her.
She has the benefit of showing up, and you already laugh. I mean, it's like the great comedians. Like the great comedians, they walk out on the stage, and you already know they're going to be funny.
Yeah,
but that's her.
And her cast. I mean, you always talk about the surrounding cast. I mean, it's an amazing. John Goodman is one of the great TV fathers of all time. He really is. He's so believable. Just fat,
ornery.
You surround yourself with people who are funnier and better than you are, and you wind up being me, and that's what I've done. So you're right about that. It's a great cast she has. Bernie, continue.
And speaking of the president, he another switch in the cabinet, the Department of Veterans Affairs. He gave the boot to some guy, an Obama leftover named David Shulkin, who was the VA secretary, something involving him, and he was spending a lot of money, taking his wife on trips or something. Whatever it was, he ended up appointing his own personal physician, this guy, Admiral Ronnie Jackson is the guy's name. And Ronnie Jackson, he was the guy who said that with Trump's genes, he might live to be 200 or something, despite eating cheeseburgers and all that stuff.
Oh.
Anyway, some Democratic lawmakers, like this guy, Senator Chris Coons, He's wondering about the revolving door policy there at the White House. Listen to Senator Coons.
It is concerning to me that the president is increasingly seeming to manage his cabinet more like this is a reality TV show than like it is a serious leadership
Hey, honey,
effort
can you come up
on
and get
behalf
that
of the
copy
interests of
for
the
me?
United States.
Send a printer now.
That was Chris Coons, everybody.
Well, I was trying to talk to my wife because
we get it.
he didn't send a copy to me.
No, okay.
Not that I'm going to read it anyway, but I might. You never know what I might do.
Nobody knows, actually.
Oh, look at this cute little kid.
Who's that?
Your son.
I know he woke up
It's
at
so
4
cute.
a.m. Thank you.
Oh, Gaby.
Oh.
He woke up at 4 a.m. He wanted to say thank you to the Iman for all he's done for his daddy.
Get out of here,
Swear to
really?
God, at Disney. He said, Mommy, take a picture, send it to Imus. Swear to God.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that
hilarious.
sweet? Gabriel wanted to thank you for all you've done for his dad. Well, Gabriel, he's not really your dad, honey.
It's impossible. With a kid looking like that, right?
There was a man who came to the house when Daddy was in rehab.
Oh, God.
And he poked Mommy.
You know, Iman, don't laugh. I have often wondered. He looks nothing like me. I was Mom, yes. But,
Well, you don't have to wonder anymore.
no. He loves the
I
Iman.
don't even.
Well, I wouldn't
just-
wonder about it. Man, you got one of the great women ever. I mean, I got the other one, but I mean,
Thank you.
that's a great woman. Her.
Just go with
And
it.
what were you saying now, Bernie?
Well, listen, boss. There's also some ugliness out there. Protests out in California. They continued yesterday ahead of the funeral of this guy named Stephen Clark, the unarmed black man who was killed by Sacramento police. The civil rights attorney, this guy named Benjamin Crump, he says the Clark family doesn't believe there will be a thorough investigation of this shooting. Listen to him.
Day after they executed Stephon Clark, they then came and said the reason they had to do that was because he had a gun. And then they tried to allege that he had a crowbar. Finally, they had to admit all he had was a cell phone. The family of Stephon Clark doesn't trust anything that comes from the Sacramento Police Department.
So they were
I
actually.
wonder why they don't, huh?
And then they turned their body cams off. The cops muted their body
they
cams.
muted the body cams, right?
Shot him in his backyard.
in his grandmother's backyard.
Okay.
Oh, you know, I just got a nice little note here from Anthony Mason.
No, nice.
He said, I was listening the day you went on the air in 1971 at WNBC, and I'm listening today.
All right.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
That is very cool.
Sweet.
I came across Sunday, too, that he really likes you.
Oh, when we started booking him, I couldn't believe what a great guest he was.
Yeah.
You know, the whole music thing with him?
Yep.
Oh, no, come on. And he's a great journalist. We all know that, so. And,
Did you hear from everybody else at the station yet? I know Curtis sent you something last night. He sent it to me.
yes, I did. I got phone messages. I didn't take any of
All
them.
right,
but,
good.
No way.
Good.
but
How dare they?
But I, you know, I can't go into any detail, and I'm not going to. But Chad Lopez, who's he's been through oh God, he's really been through a lot here. We all know.
Yep.
Oh, and it's not. I'm not keeping anything from you. It's just. It's just so personal. I can't do it. But so that's fine. But I'm not looking for anything. I work for a lot of people, and they're one of them. That's all. It's nothing. The great people I work for.
That's sweet.
Well, no, I'm not going to stop being honest now.
No. Are you kidding?
But the great people I work for were Jack Thayer and Bob Sherman and God, Mel Karmazin. Mel Karmazin?
Big shoes.
God.
Big shoes.
Huh?
Big shoes. To
Big
fill.
shoes. Come on, dude.
Come on. Those are massive.
And I loved Fareed Suleiman.
Oh.
I have any idea what the hell he was doing. He did when it came to crunching numbers, but so. No, I've worked for the greats. So I like Les Moonves too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He was a decent American, a decent human being. A man, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I loved to death Roger Ailes. So I never saw any of that, and I'm sure and it sickens me that it happened and that he did that apparently, but my wife loved him and so did I, so. And I don't know. I'm not going to make any excuses. Nobody asked me to, and I don't need to. So,
somebody called us yesterday, and it was really good because everybody knows that, the Mets were a big deal. Mike the Mad Dog was a big deal. But the fan only was the fan because of you. That's the bottom line, because of you. And then somebody called me and Bernie yesterday, and they were right. They said, not just the fan. What about when Imus got to MSNBC? And they started kicking everybody's ass every morning. And Fox Business. Even the simulcast in both of those places. You made those stations.
Oh, the fan was failing.
Well, the fan was done.
I was there for a year before.
But even on the TV side, on the TV side, Lewis, MSNBC, Fox, I'm in there too.
Yeah.
They followed the same model.
Yes.
Savior.
You know what I never did on television? Forgot that I was on the radio.
Uh-huh.
Do you know that I never looked at the camera at MSNBC or Fox? That I never stopped talking to you? Did you know that?
None of those mugshot smiles, little corner of the mouth?
Yeah, the fake, like, hey.
I'm talking to you. Hey, listeners.
I'll talk a little bit about that coming up, by the way.
That's true.
At 7:05 this morning Eastern Time, Lou's going to play the first record I ever played on the radio at KUTY in Palmdale. So, and then I'll talk to you a little bit. See what? How do you say that, Bernie?
We're going to see what happened.
Yeah. So, do you have any more news?
Yes, boss.
We got to do some spots.
We have spots to do. Come on.
And then we'll get back and do that.
We don't have all day here.
I'll be loving me. Dagan McDowell tried to get me involved in this guy, and I wouldn't pay attention to her, and I should have. Sturgill Simpson.
Of course you do. It's springtime, and NJ Diet can help you get to that level using blood work, hair, saliva, and NJ Diet's natural bioenergetically personalized formulas. Patients typically lose 20 to 50 pounds in only 40 days. If not, NJ Diet is contractually obligated to give you money back. NJ Diet utilizes DNA testing to determine your ideal diet plans, workout plans, eating behaviors, each person's specific needs for essential vitamins, plus many more metabolic factors. They're all assessed genetically to make sure you keep it off and stay healthy for the rest of your life. This personalized genetic information can always be used by any of your healthcare providers down the line to help make critical decisions regarding your health. And of course, NJ Diet all natural, no shots, no hormones, no surgery. Locations abound, folks. New Jersey, Manhattan, Long Island, Queens, Brooklyn, and now with a new office in Princeton, New Jersey. Doctor supervision is provided every single step of the way, so call today, 855-5NJ-DIET, or log on to njdiet.com to learn how you can lose 20 to 50 pounds in only 40 days. The number, 855-5NJ-DIET. The website, njdiet.com.
Thank you very much, Bernie.
Yes, sir, boss.
Trying to keep from coughing. This morning, I cough a little bit, but whatever. The pollen here. Well, that and I'm in the nascent stages of emphysema and all that, but I'm all right. So, we'll be out there on my bus. That's what I'm going to be. Anyway, I wanted to mention too. I mean, there's, I'm sort of unsure how to approach all this. I need to talk to you, and I will. Shortly after 7 o'clock. Well, I'm talking to you now, but I didn't want to mention Bo Dietl and what a role he and his company really have played in my life. And, every background check of everybody I've ever hired, particularly at the Imus Cattle Ranch for Kids with Cancer, his company did the background check on. And it was like you were trying to get into the White House. It's that kind of background check. So, and then anytime anybody ever threatened me, or anytime I ever had a problem with anybody or anything, we took care of that, and now we will continue to take care of it. So he knows how much he knows how much I love him because I told him. So, but he's crazy and he sounds goofy, but man, he's not. So, and there were just all these great people in my life. And weren't we doing the news or something?
Yes, we were, boss.
Yeah. Did we have more news to do?
Yeah, sure we do, boss.
Well, I need to go on about all these people, do I? No.
Well, that's nice.
Well, I didn't want to mention Bo.
Yeah. That man's last day.
All right.
Bo Dietl, right. Now, listen, on CNN, they're still going after, they're obsessing on the Stormy Daniels thing no matter what happens. And this attorney, Mark Garagos, back from OJ fame.
Michael Jackson, too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, he told them, that, listen, you guys are barking up the wrong tree. Anyway, play cut 4. This is what he told CNN's Brooke Baldwin. Kind of awkward.
I think that most people are more concerned with other things, especially in this case where she's come out and said that it was a consensual relationship. She's not a victim, and most people don't understand why we're dealing with something like this 13 years after the fact. Then you take a look at that 60 Minutes interview, and it reminded me of Geraldo in the Vault.
Geraldo in the Vault.
No, I don't think that's necessary. Taking a shot at my boy.
No.
It's funny.
Yeah,
another person that we all ought to mention is Patrick. Who's talking? Was that you, Guns?
Sure. I mean, no. Yes. Bernie. I was going to say, Bernie we both agreed that we had heard that line before. Yeah. So.
What line?
Oh, the Geraldo in the Vault line.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway. Another guy we can't forget is Patrick Gotch. You remember when I came back to ABC, we came back on television at RFD. That's Patrick Gotch's channel, the rural. That's what we were on there.
How long were you on RFD?
I don't know.
About 3 years?
No.
Remember Bernie?
No.
About a year.
That was it? About a year?
Yeah.
If that.
Well, he let me out of my deal to go to Fox.
Oh, that's right. Right.
And then, RFD now has become enormously successful. Patrick Gotch is the guy who puts on the American. The $2 million one-day rodeo. That's him. And the Cowboy Channel is his.
Wow.
Oh, is he? He's trying to get me to be the voice of the Cowboy Channel? Get that bus, baby.
Do it.
Get that bus. Do it. Come on now.
So you were really the first, not to pat yourself on the back for the next hour, but you should. You were really the first radio show to have great success as a simulcast at the same time, right?
Yes.
Jeez.
No doubt.
I was the first guy to make $1 million. First guy to make $10 million. First guy to make $20 million.
Wow.
So,
A lot of broken glass ceilings.
Yeah. A lot.
But a lot of help along the way, but, well, we'll get to who was the biggest help coming up.
By the way, they're having a big breakfast here, man, coming up at 9 o'clock this morning for all your guys. A going away breakfast.
It's very nice.
Like the Last Supper for Jesus.
Well, we actually don't know if there's food involved. There might not be food. It might just be a farewell.
It's a bag lunch.
An apple.
He's just on the way home.
Help yourself with take some coffee with you.
25 till the hour. Time for a little sports down here with that. Sid Rosenberg. What's going on, Sid?
Morning, Imus. It's actually a big sports day today. It's Imus Day, of course, but it's also opening day of Major League Baseball. It is actually the 6th time every team will play the first day, not the first. It's been about 50 years, but big game in Queens, 1:10 this afternoon. The Cardinals and the Mets. Noah Syndergaard on the mound for the Mets, and the Yankees. They open in Toronto at 3:30 this afternoon. Luis Severino on the mound for the Bombers.
I might watch that. I might watch both those games.
Yeah, they're both
Could happen. Could happen.
Why not? And the Astros. Your team, my man, won the World Series last year. They're in action as well today, just like everybody else. NBA last night, the Knicks lost by 17 to the 76ers. The Cavaliers and LeBron James got a big win, beat the Hornets by 13 in Charlotte. And the Lakers, playing much better basketball, they win again. They beat the Mavericks by 10. John Mara comes out yesterday and says, hey, calm down. We still love Odell Beckham Jr. Not trading him yet. But Odell was seen in Los Angeles yesterday. He wants to go to the Rams, and now the talk is the Giants, if they can get 2 first-round picks, they would, in fact, trade Odell Beckham to the Rams. This comes, my source for this is Mike Gunzelman.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a
There we go.
bombshell.
Sign him up.
Where'd you get this from?
Pretty credible.
I got my people. I know a lot, baby.
Carly Shimkus?
I do love Carly, but no.
Whatever she says, yeah.
Yeah, I'm completely agree with her. Whatever she says, I'm all for it.
Yeah, my pants suck. Okay, you're
You know
right.
what was funny yesterday was when when Wyatt and Bernie were doing the NFL draft stuff. That was hilarious yesterday.
Well,
Wasn't that great?
yes, it was.
We're going to team up on satellite radio to do a football show.
You'll go on Twitch.
There really is no other news. Oh, one more piece of news. LeBron James, did time Michael Jordan, an NBA all-time record. He's now gone 866 straight games where he has scored at least 10 points. LeBron James.
Wow.
Amazing.
On 23 till the hour, here's Dave Edmonds. I man love this record. Come on now, Dave.
When she was married to Sam, maybe 27 years before. They had to change the style just a little, but it looked just fine. Stayed up all night till they got her finished just in time. Now on the arm of her daddy, she's walking down the aisle. I see you catching my eye and give me a secret smile. Maybe it's too old-fashioned, but we once were close friends. Oh, but the way that she looks today, she never could have been. I can see her now in her tight blue jeans, bumping on the money in the record, spinning like a top. You should have seen her go. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. Now, boy, had he only wanted to be his little girl that was. And so he put $10 grand on a cozy little lover's name. You could have called the reception an unqualified success. He had a flash hotel for 150 guests. Take a look at the bridegroom smiling, he's a pie. Shaking hands all around with a glass of luck in his eye. He's got a real good job and his shirt and tie is nice. But I remember the time when she would never even look at him twice. I can see her now drinking with the boys, breaking their hearts like they were toys. She used to do the bowling, she used to do the stroll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll.
You think it, he says it. Imus in the morning on 77 WABC.
What is it costing you in vet bills for that convenience of just pulling open a bag of formula?
Are we back, Lou?
We're back.
All right.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
It is coming up on a quarter till the hour here on the Imus in the Morning program. I can't start coughing. I was just talking to Lou and said that I'm drinking a little coffee here. But I got to talk to you a little after 7 here and just figure out some way to not start crying because I'm not sad about anything. I mean, this is worked out as there isn't any way to describe. You know, it's terrific. So, but a little bit of it is emotional. But I mean, you gotta man up, don't you? Come on.
No.
No.
Well, I think you do.
Let's take wagers.
A lot of the fans are really upset.
Yeah.
Joe DiMaggio did it.
Well,
Lou Gehrig was in tears. No, he was dying, of course. You're not, thank God, but
That's a little.
yeah, we're all dying. So
that's a good point. That's right.
Anyway,
Wayne Gretzky cried. John Elway cried. They're on their retirement.
what did Black Mamba say? What did he say when he Kobe?
When he retired?
Yeah.
Or when he was in Colorado?
That wasn't me.
You're just evil. You're an evil bastard.
He dropped something else then too.
Can you do more?
I think he said Mamba out or something like that.
I know
He
what
said I got to get the taste of Shaq's ass out of my mouth.
I was gonna say. We know what Shaq said to Kobe.
He got the Mamba out for sure.
What did he say, Guns? Or
We know what
Tony?
Shaq.
I think he said Mamba out, but I have to look it up.
Mamba out. Yeah,
Well,
I
look
think
it
so.
up.
Yeah.
On
Good idea.
Anyway, what am I going to say? I don't know. We could do a little briefing, right, Bernie?
Sure. Why not? Absolutely, boss. Yeah, you know.
This is the last one? The last
This will
Bernie
do it.
briefing.
Well, let me just say this: that the president was really tough on Jeb Bush, as you remember during the primary.
Oh, incidentally, Bernie and Sid, they start Monday, and we think the president's going to be on with them then. And of course, the I-Man trying to get back on that bandwagon, but apparently it's a little late. So, but look for some motorboating with blubberjitties on Monday with Bernie and Sid. So Bernie and Sid are going to stomp a mud hole in their ass. Come on. Bernie continues.
Well, listen, Bush responded. He said something about the president yesterday at Yale University. But before I tell you what he said, listen to some of Trump trashing poor old Jeb back during the primary.
Jeb Bush is a low-energy person. For him to get things done is hard. He can't even put on a tie and jacket. He's running for president. This guy can't negotiate his way out of a paper bag. Very weak on immigration, wants to let people come in. Although now he is using Anchor Baby. Now because I used it, he's using it. You know what's happening to Jeb's crowd, as you know, right down the street? They're sleeping.
So Jeb was at Yale University. I believe he graduated from Yale, but he said that that Bush said that, quote, unlike Trump, he returns home every day to his children who actually love me, said Bush about. And he also said that he doesn't want to talk about the 2016 election because, quote, I'm still in therapy, unquote. That's Jeb Bush. So still smarting after all these years. And finally, boss, one of your favorite late-night comedians. It's only fitting we go out with him. Conan O'Brien on the Stormy Daniels thing. Take a listen.
Thanks to her interview with adult film star, apparently, Stormy Daniels, 60 Minutes had its best rating in a decade, which explains next week's segment, Ron Jeremy investigates steel tariffs. The two people who President Trump has not criticized on Twitter are Vladimir Putin and Stormy Daniels. Of course, Trump was spanked in a hotel room by one, and then he had sex with Stormy Daniels. So...
All right, now. It's 11 minutes till the hour. The first record I ever played coming up at 7:05. Then I got to talk to you right now. Here's little Meatloaf.
Of Nature's fruits and veggies.
Starting the Balance of Nature ice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Imus in the morning.
Get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Better run, girl. You're much too young, girl.
Jerry Puckett and the Union Gap. That was June 1st, 1968 in Palmdale, California.
Wow.
So I actually talked over the intro. I was so nervous. But it's a cold open, you know. Before I get started here, I do need to mention Michael Lynn and Robert Andrews. and Delbert Imus. Particularly Delbert. You know how when you love somebody, but then you get this feeling in your chest, and you can actually feel it in your heart? Yeah. That's the way I feel about her. And the role that she's played in my life is just gonna stop it. So, and the same with Michael Lynn. And Robert Andrews, who I talk to almost every day. So I've talked about him through the years, and you know. I think you have a good idea what they mean to me, and I just wanted to mention. That might be remiss if I didn't mention Vinnie Andrews. He's the reason I don't ever have to work again, ever. So. And Esther Newberg was great. And she's a great agent, and she'll make one more deal. Come on, baby. She'll make one more deal. Then the great Martin Garbus, one of the great trial attorneys in history of jurisprudence. I remember when I got in all that trouble. He didn't know whether he wanted to take the case or not. He didn't know who I was. Was I a racist or a bigot or all that? He interviewed me. And of course, he discovered I wasn't and took the case, and we won, obviously. So. Well, so let me just, I don't know how if I can get through this or not. You know, I'm going to do the best I can. But I'll tell you what I've been thinking about. I thought I was going to have some more time to think about what this meant, stopping doing this. But I didn't, and it's good. Because somebody said, well, are you going to miss this? And I didn't have an answer. But I do now. I'm not going to miss doing the Imus In The Morning program. It's been a lot of fun, but, man, it's hard to do. I mean, everybody on this program will tell you, it's hard to do. And it was hard to do when Charles was here. And when Charles left, I mean, I really thought that was it. I'm sure you did too. And then here comes Connell. So we got another 5-6 years out of this bitch, you know. But there's no more left. So, but I'm not going to miss that. I mean, we did. I mean, I know this in my heart. I've always thought this. There's been nobody ever better on the radio than me, and I mean that. And I'm not patting myself on the back or anything. I'm just telling you, I'm telling you how it is. Nobody ever did this. Nobody. But it wasn't me who did it. And this may sound patronizing, but you know me, and you know it's not. You know what I'm going to miss you. Because it was great, it is great, to get all excited about something, like a record or a book or just some event, or, you know, Wyatt did something or Zach did something, you know. Come in here and tell you about it. Because you were the one, and I don't know who you is, you know, but I always thought, and I still think I'm talking to one person. But I never decided who that person was. I didn't know if you were a male or a female or how old you were or what. But I just knew that there was one person there that I talked to and that would listen to me. You know, Dietl or Wyatt or Zach or Michael Lynn or Robert Andrews, none of these people. It's not the same thing. They don't want to hear about Alger Hiss, but you did. And look what we did. I mean, look what we did. I ask you, Take the ranch, for example. I was talking to Dick Grasso, my friend from the New York Stock Exchange. We'd already bought the ranch with my own money. I said, how in the hell am I going to raise enough money for this ranch? He said, well, why don't you sell commemorative acres? I said, how much? He said, well, 5,000. Is anybody going to give me $5,000 for an acre that they don't own? What are you, nuts? And so I remember sitting there in Southport, Connecticut. What did I said, God, how am I was going on the air the next morning trying to raise money for the ranch? So I thought, this is insane. Do you know that we could not take the phone calls fast enough? The lines were jammed selling acres at $5,000 an acre. Do you know that first morning we raised almost $5 million? You and I did that. You remember that? You did that. You gave me that money. And the next morning, you gave me another $4.5 million. What, are you crazy? Every time I asked you for something, you gave it to me. You did that. Remember when Bill White came to us and for the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund? Remember when we went to Walter Reed? Bernie remembers that. Saw those young people with no arms and legs, and they wanted to go back. You know why they wanted to go back? They wanted to go back to fight, not for their country, for each other. You gave me $200 million at least. Every time I asked you for something, you said, all right, here. And when look at the times I got fired. Look, I got fired in the 70s. I went back to Cleveland. And you went back with me. And then we came back to New York, didn't we? Yeah, we did. And then I got fired again. And you were there with me then? Starting to sound like a real pussy, aren't I? He says, I got to get this together. So I'm going to miss you. Talking to you. And what you did for me and what you've done for this country. Look at the Imus Ranch. What you did for those kids. That was you. I mean, there's been some wonderful things said about me. And I know I sound like a jerk, but they're right. I mean, nobody's ever done what I've done, ever. But you do understand that I understand that it wasn't just me. I mean, you understand that. That it was you and me. We did that. We did all of it. I'm going to miss that. I mean, I will, I'll see you out on the road, at the rodeo or wherever I am. I'm going to do one more big thing. Remember that? Keep that, I don't, I've never told you anything I didn't do. But, thank you. I know you're going to miss me. But, man, you have no idea. You have no idea how much I'm going to miss you. I wrote this down, and I want you to remember this. We were neither dissuaded nor diminished by the intellectually, morally, and ethically crippled losers, the likes of a racist, bigoted, civil rights charlatan, or the insecure, envious, shock jock all howlin in a chorus of like-minded yappin mutts, lost in the dust of the caravan, rolling by on the road to greatness. Rolling by on the road to greatness. We did that. You did that. I did that. That's what we did. You goddamn right. That's what we did.
I've been on the cover of the Rolling Stone. I met the president when I was half stoned. I've been so high, I've gotten confused. I've been beat down, broken, used, motherfucker. I drank with Hank, talked blues with Billy, rocked with Ron, sang with Shotgun Willie. Went from small time Billy to big time Bobby, from 3-day-old chili to sake with wasabi. I'm home. You never met a motherfucker quite like me. No, not like me. Did I not like me?
Well, I love this life, but it's doing me in. Just in case I don't ever see you again, I had a real good time. I love the wine. I love the women, the song, and the carrying on. I had a real good time. Well, I've been around the block a time or two. Around every corner there's something new. I had a real good time. I just love the wine. I love the women, the song, and the carrying on. I had a real good time. Well, there's a big old world of opportunity for a man who sings the blues. You learn a lot more about life from the things you're not supposed to do. I got a way with women, keeps them coming around. That's the kind of thing that you don't turn down. I had a real good time. I just love the wine. I love the women, the song, and the carrying on. I had a real good time. All right.
Imus in the morning on 77 WABC.
The credit card companies are bullies, and they...
Question, either one of you? You guys are both Catholics, right?
I haven't been in years. You, Bernie?
I go on occasion, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How do they feel if you go down there every week?
Every week.
And you're copping to the same stuff?
Well, the trick is you want to go to different parishes.
The trick?
You get a different priest.
You want to go to different places. You don't want to go to the same
one
guy.
Then
it turns into a Tony Soprano psychological therapy session.
Yeah.
Sure. You're a little too familiar, you know?
You here again?
Yeah. Oh, good morning, Bernard.
Can't even see you. You know, you're like Norm.
So you're supposed to be anonymous, right?
How's Imus?
Yes, you are.
Hey, that was a good line this morning.
Hey.
Love that.
Let me hear you do the Cardinal. No more card glass.
Okay. Say 10 Hail Marys and get out of here.
Come on, which doesn't belong and why? Come on.
When you go to confession, do you have to give them any money?
Of course not.
Oh, you don't? Well, okay, that's a legitimate question.
Will it be the usual, Bernard?
Like the Baptists, which I am, you got to give them money every time you turn around. Those Baptist ones, they got to play that all the time.
Their handout.
The Catholic Church is open. Come one, come all.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Good seeing you again.
Well, how does the church finance? Well, the dry cleaning bill's got to be enormous for the.
No, they did do a collection at Mass.
Oh, okay. So they are collecting something.
All voluntary.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't suppose Like Whitey Bulger was in there.
Well, no, for example,
sticking people up, Bernard.
If there are some,
of course, it's voluntary.
There are some synagogues where you have to pay a certain amount of money. Some
don't be hating on my people.
No, I mean there are religious denominations. I'm sure in some Baptist church that
so
it's mandatory.
You're claiming the Jews are sticking people up?
No. That you have.
That's what it sounds like to me. Warren, are you hearing this?
No, you don't pay.
Well, you do have to pay.
Thank you.
For the services. Sure.
You want
the high holidays? You have to buy tickets.
I'm not being pejorative. I'm being descriptive.
This is effing outrage.
Yeah. Warner was in the upper deck last year.
I don't know what was. It's a quarter after the hour, so.
Hey, you here again?
Come on, I can't see what's going on.
Give me a box seat.
They have a handicapped section of the synagogue?
I'm still.
Give me those binoculars, you schmuck.
Can't hear them at all back here.
Do the Jews have any confession deal, Warner?
Well, yeah, Yom Kippur. Sure.
Oh, sure.
Atonement, yeah.
That's when you're supposed to do what?
Well, you look at what you did, and
you have to tell anybody.
Well, silent prayer.
Oh,
yeah, and then looking forward to the new year, which you won't.
Like an AA, which I guess I can talk about this. You have to make them. One of the deals is you have to make amends to all the people you screwed over. When you were drunk or coked up or whatever. So. Can't just do it to yourself. I mean, so the Jews, you pretty much are just, we have to take your word for it, right?
Yes.
That you're sorry.
Yeah.
For screwing, well, whatever you did.
Right. The same thing with Catholics.
Yeah.
There's no written guarantees.
Right.
You have to prove it afterward.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd feel more comfortable if I had some evidence that either one of you bastards were sorry for the stuff you'd done.
I like being cross-questioned on my religion by Satan. That's rich.
All right, here now on the Imus in the Morning program, our old friend Andrew Dice Clay. Morning, Dice. Where did Rob go? What are you doing? You fat bastard? What? Where did you go?
I was going through the block because you were going to your guest.
No. Did I say go to the back?
No, you didn't, but I was facilitating for you.
Oh, Jesus.
Since when do I ever go at this time?
We're going now.
All right.
Over here now.
I don't even got a freaking prompter over here. Oh, so Grandma Susie Homemaker, Martha Stewart, got $1 billion empire.
Hang on. It's on the prompter.
There ain't no friggin' prompter.
Where's the prompter?
I don't know. Why don't you address that situation over
Hey,
here?
Nat, where's the prompter?
Oh,
It's over there now.
Where's the prompter?
it's over there now.
What? Where's the prompter?
When he left, he broke it down.
Oh, God damn it. What's the matter with you?
No, because when the
Why am I swearing at my little friend Nat?
Oh, let's all regroup.
Oh, come on, man.
Let's not let this spiral
Would
out
you
of control.
stop it? It's like Carly yesterday. We're trying to do the Mensa meeting. She's back on the phone screaming. What are you people thinking about?
Where are you, Aaron?
You do realize that we're on the radio here and on television. Are you aware of that? Huh?
Look at Nat talking into a microphone that's not on.
And another thing, don't.
Holy God.
Hello?
What a circus.
I don't know if that's a microphone, actually, but
Looks like he's performing in Vegas. The mic's not even on.
What do you have there?
Can you hear me?
There
Yes, I can hear you.
Where are you? He's over
I'm
here.
fine. How are you?
I'm over here now.
I know where you are. Oh, God.
How about that jobs report? Oh, jeez.
Oh, God, I'm certainly glad. That was a good idea, Bigfoot. I'm glad we took that.
Good report.
I mean, is that Kevin's idea?
Look at Tom eating. Oh, my God.
Well, if it's Kevin's idea, I like it. If it's not,
It is Kevin's idea. Yeah. All right, Kevin.
okay, well, then that's a good idea.
Exactly. A good positive.
Kevin's our boss, and he's, I like
He's over here.
Kevin's over there
What the
now.
hell he is. But. Here's one of Did Ramos' 5 favorite songs. A live version of The Wait with Levon Helm and Louis Campbell and all of them down in the Ryman in Nashville.
I pulled into Nazareth. I was feeling by 8:30. I just need to find a place where I can lay my head. shook my hand, and no was all he said. Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny, and you put the loader right on me. Imus in the morning on 77 WABC.
There's nothing quite as euphoric as getting a beautiful, well-rested good night's sleep.
Tell everybody, go ahead and tell everybody, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man.
It's 20 minutes till the hour here at the Imus In The Morning program. Neil Cavuto, who is the man, Senior Vice President, Anchor, Managing Editor for both the Fox News Channel and the Fox Business Network. Anchor of course, Your World weekdays. That's still on from 4 to 5. Oh, yeah, of course it is. I watch it every day. Almost every day I watch it. And then on the Fox News Channel and other stuff. Please welcome to the program now the aforementioned Neil Cavuto. Good morning, Mr. Cavuto.
I'm so mad at you.
Why?
I don't like this whole thing. Why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Leaving.
Oh, it's time. Come
What do you
on.
mean it's time. You
I'm
could've done
77 years old. I don't want to do this anymore. The Imus In The Morning
Forget
program
about
is...
your legions of fans. That's fine.
Well, I'm giving them Bernie and Sid. What more do you want?
They're wonderful people.
They're going to
but
be
they're not
great. They really are. I mean, look who's on in the morning in New York. If they can't... I mean, Bernie and Sid, I really mean this. They're going to stop a mud hole in their ass. Well, but over that OR, that's embarrassing.
All right.
And those dopes at FAN, I mean, come on, stop it. Stop it.
Okay.
How are you?
Well, like I said, I'm angry.
You're the only person, you and that jerk Britt Hume, who have ever refused to give me their 5 favorite songs. I've had presidents give me their 5 favorite songs. I've had, well, everybody. Everybody, except you two.
Is it just
And Britt Hume, I don't care about. I like him, but...
Am I appreciating the historical significance of this? I mean, you started and did a lot. You are responsible for making Chris Christie governor of New Jersey. You got Bill Clinton in a large part elected. You made George H.W. Bush sound funny. You did a lot of trailblazing stuff. The whole notion of ensembles on a show that really began with you. And look at this talent pool. You're talking about Bernie and Sid and Rob and Tony and Lou. I mean, all that started with you. I mean, I was talking about this with some people. You were very trailblazing there, and so that's why I'm angry. The trailblazer is leaving.
I'm getting on my bus, which I don't have yet, but I'm getting on my Prevost bus. They cost $1.7 million. And me and the light of my love of my life, a good-looking woman, go get on the bus with our dogs, and we go into the rodeo. Hey, and by the way, if I'm around the country and you see me, and if you ask me for a Wear My Imus at t-shirt, which I had a bunch printed, I will give you one. Now, they're not...
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Okay, well, we made... we have extra large.
Okay, great.
What do you wear?
I don't want to talk to you about it. I mean, all this is just a reminder of what's not going to be happening. And it bothers me very, very much. Obviously, it's just sort of another day for you, but I think you're blocking. I think you're emotionally constipated right now.
The show...
I don't think you can handle this, and I understand that. I want to see you be a blubbering idiot, because you should be. You deserve to be a blubbering idiot. This time you have a legitimate excuse.
You've been great,
one
dude.
of my famous lines of yours, I think it was something to the effect, I talk to millions of people every day. I just like it when they can't talk back.
That's right.
So when I give you a compliment like that,
Yeah.
and then you bring guns into it, wonderful human being though he is,
Yeah.
I think it takes away the historical significance, you know.
Thank you, baby. I love working for you. You and Roger. So
those were great times.
you were great. You've been great to us and me and everybody on the show. And so I love you to death. I really do.
You have a great family there, broadcast and bloodline, and I hope they all stay together and
well, yes,
with their achievements.
Well, yes, of course. The great Neil Cavuto here on the Imus in the Morning program.
Well, my soul checked out listening as I sat listening to the hours and minutes ticking away. They're just sitting around waiting for my life to begin while it was all just slipping away. Well, I'm tired of waiting for tomorrow to come or the train to come rolling round the bend. I got a new suit of clothes and a pretty red rose. A woman I can call my friend. These are better days, baby. Yeah, it's better days shining through. These are better days, baby. Better days with a girl like you. Imus in the morning on 77 WABC.
Make today the day you change.
Yeah, well, yes, I had a drug problem. Yeah,
Until they dragged
I'm
you
a drug addict.
out of that pool of your own urine and slapped you down.
Well, I
to
wasn't.
rehab.
No. Stop now.
What?
I wasn't ever in a pool of my own urine.
What would you call it?
please.
That's number one. So that's one.
What is that? What is it?
No,
A ponding problem?
A tributary.
I was never in any situation like that at all.
No.
I had, and I never shot any heroin either. By the way,
Well, you
Come
could
on.
have. Somebody could have gave you blow, and it said it was blow, and it was heroin. It could have been the case with this guy. I thought he was doing blow, and he snorted some horse, and
You took a leak in a phone booth like the Deepwater Horizon. What are you talking about?
you're still in denial.
No. Let's get this story straight. Now, how long we're going to bring it up?
Okay.
I had a situation.
Yeah.
Where we were at NBC.
Yes, we were.
Yes.
And you had to have a key to get in the restroom.
You did.
Remember that?
Yes, I do. Sure.
They're on the second floor, but next to the entrance to the restroom was a phone booth.
How well I recall.
And so I went in the phone booth because I couldn't find my key because I was drunk. But I only did that once.
That we know of.
You got caught one time.
No.
Every time I went in to make a phone call, it smelled like the hallway in the projects I grew up in.
I am
single
telling
time.
you, no. This is creating a horrible image for me.
Smelled like the prison where they're holding Joran Vandersloot. What are you talking about?
People would slip and fall and crack their heads on the ground outside.
Now, see, this is irresponsible of all of you to portray me in this light, and it's not helpful. So.
It was a difficult time in
Just
your life.
thank God that you're alive and well, and you have Mrs.
Amen.
Imus, and you're helping kids with cancer. That's all I'm saying, Chief.
Yes.
That's a pretty good
All right.
That's a pretty good comeback, man.
Damn right.
From a one-time incident.
From those days when you were, urinating in public.
I'll be back in a second. I'm making a call, these bastards.
I'm just in here making a phone call.
Yeah, I know where I'm going.
He's just lucky enough to do number two. Shut up.
Where's the key? I don't need a key. I don't need a key.
We don't need no key.
Stinking keys. I got a room right here. Hey, there's a phone here. That's convenient. Call somebody about this door.
That is not funny, Lou. That is stupid. And you're stupid. And can you stop doing all that when I'm trying to talk to Tony? I'm moving papers around and shuffling stuff?
No.
Well, then you're going to have to go back with Rob and Tony when you're trying to... My peripheral vision, well, because it's like when we used to have somebody who was on or not on, was sit there and read the paper, and then flipping the papers, and I'm trying to focus on our very fine guest here, our long old-time friend, Tony Hendra.
Absolutely.
Can't you just sit still and listen to Tony?
I'm listening to Tony, and I'm listening to you.
This is embarrassing. This is really embarrassing.
Why?
Little old lesbian spat here.
You know, I once made a list of old lesbians, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Took a photograph of me from
pretty
when I was
high
on
on
Al
the list.
Sharpton's show.
Speaking of which, those new glasses make you look a bit like my Auntie Agnes.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Yeah.
How are you, honey?
She had more nose hairs. But
So what are you doing now?
Absolutely.
What are you doing? I'm trying to talk to you, and you're sitting there looking at your news stuff, aren't you?
Yes, I was.
Well,
I was.
There's no news to do now.
There will be momentarily.
Yeah, what else is going on, Chuck?
No,
You know,
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you, Bernard.
You're not even allowed to look at your script.
Now
What?
what?
Can't even be ready.
What? Yes, I'm sitting here. I'm the news person who reads the news, and I'm looking at
What are
the
you
next
doing
thing that's coming up in the news. Yes, I am.
What are you doing
What are you
looking
going to
at-
do to
you're
me?
looking at
For
the
God's
news.
sake, to take me to Merle Prison? What the hell's wrong with you? Of course I'm looking at the news.
What are you doing?
What I'm paid to do.
Looking at the news. Why are you
Jesus.
doing
What
that?
are you doing? Looking at the
Well, no,
yes,
no.
yes, I am looking at the news. This is the news I am looking at right here. Good God Almighty!
Why are you looking at the news?
What are you doing? What are you looking at? Who the hell are you, Robert De Niro? What are you doing? Come on! Good grief!
Hey, what are you doing
Wake
over there?
up!
I'm talking to you here.
God, do I amuse you? How do I amuse you? Jeez!
I just asked you. I asked.
No, but you were irritated. You
Yes,
could tell-
I was.
Yes, and for no reason.
No,
no earthly reason.
I
None.
asked you a question about P.C. Richard and Son. I said, did you know they're still run by the
Yes,
family?
I know. They've been there 100 years.
But you didn't.
I know the whole thing. You've got to stop. Move on. Move on.
No,
Move on.
Move out.
Holy Toledo.
My point
You
was.
wonder why I'm this way.
No, you didn't respond quickly enough.
That was I was looking at the news.
Since my baby left me, well, I found
Across the city right now. It'll be cloudy with a shower in places during the course of today, including during that Mets game. I don't think it's going to be a rain out or rain delay type of situation, but definitely bring that small umbrella if you can. That high getting up to about 54. It's 51 at first pitch around 1:10 p.m. For tonight, cloudy with a couple of showers redeveloping late. We're down to 50. Some morning rain tomorrow and then clouds breaking in the afternoon, but still a shower in a couple of spots. Breezy and mild, the high getting up to 62. Mostly sunny, nice on Saturday, 58. Easter Sunday may feature a shower to start and then clearing and cooler, the high getting up to 54. I'm meteorologist Jeff Smith for 77 WABC, where New York comes to talk.
Get the WABC radio app right now.
Let's do it.
So much New York action on one little app.
technology.
Podcasts, shows to share, up to the minute traffic and weather. Streaming now.
That sounds about right.
WABCRadio.com. Ladies and gentlemen, Imus in the morning.
And a shout out to Anthony Mason, who did a decent job with the I-Man. Not a decent job, a great job.
Great job.
And I've been interviewed a lot of times in my life. Nobody better than him. Nobody. Not even close. So, I'm glad I talked a little bit about, because enough crying. But first of all, you think about it, what are you doing? You get Bernie and Sid. I'm leaving you with Bernie and Sid. This management of this radio station could have put anybody in there, believe me. So, you won the lottery, and I'm being serious. And I may say this Thursday, or I may not, but I couldn't be prouder than to have Bernie and Sid taking over. Are you crazy?
Wow.
But what are you leaving me? You're leaving me nothing. Who do I talk to now? No, I'm being serious. I mean, this has been a great deal for me for 50 years. Well, who do I get up now and talk to? I mean, I have a great relationship with Dietl and Wyatt, but they don't want to hear what you've had to put up with all this. Are you crazy? You think they're going to sit and listen about Whittaker Chambers or Delbert McClinton? They don't want to hear about that. But you did.
We did, yes.
You think that you think they're going to give me $300 million? No, but you did. So if anybody's getting screwed here, it's me.
Yeah.
And I would also point out that this is time to end this show. Period. There's no question. I'm 77 years old. So I don't want to do it anymore. I mean, it's God. Damn, it's hard to do. This is not, you don't anybody my age getting up and screaming for, no, you don't.
Nope.
So.
Well, not in a radio.
Right.
There's a lot of guys in the home doing that. Yeah.
And it's been, by God, it's been a great time. But I was going to stop when Charles left. And Connell will tell you, we just luckily, Connell was about to take another, well, I'll let him tell the story. I'd have been gone then. So, no, this is working out the way it should work out.
Look at that attitude.
How about that?
Has. Come on.
Well, it is. It's the way it's supposed to be.
Give him a hand.
You can't, I see these guys trying to hang on, and Larry King, I mean, that's pathetic. Come on, man. All these other, you remember the way Carson did it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Carson went away with dignity.
That's it.
Carson out.
Didn't come
forever.
Back. Done.
And, now Leno and some of those guys, they're going around still. Well, I guess that's okay. But he's not trying to do the Leno show again.
No.
I'm just not going to, I wouldn't do that. I don't want to do that. And number 4, how many did I do? 3 or 4? No, and I couldn't do it. I don't want to do it. So enough of that. Now, coming up today, who's coming up? Oh, man, Sam Moore. Kinky Friedman. Kinky's upset. Not because I'm stopping performing the Imus in the Morning program. He's upset because I want everybody to play his records or call him or pull up his books or anything. And then Bo Dietl in his final appearance. So, tomorrow, Mike Breen, Dwight Yoakam, Bernard McGurk, and Lou Rufino.
Oh, I know.
And on Wednesday, Geraldo Rivera. Now, why Geraldo Rivera?
Yeah, I was asking that too.
Well.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one.
Geraldo Rivera.
Yeah, but here's why. He's got a book, right, Rob?
Yeah.
And when Rob and Tony told me they booked him, I canceled him. Because the last thing I want to do on a day before I stop doing this program is have him on to promote his book. But then Marty called me, Marty Berman.
Oh, that's it.
And we go back 40 years.
Yeah. He's a great guy. Marty Berman is a great guy.
So we go back to Good Night America. And
VH1.
Well, it was way before that. What about VH1?
Well, that wasn't Good Night America?
No, Good Night America was way back in the 70s.
Oh, boy.
I think it was the 70s. I was the announcer for Good Night America.
Yeah.
And so I said, all right. But then we'll have Delbert on and Connell McShane on Wednesday.
Sweet.
And then on Thursday, it'll be everybody. Be Bernie and Sid and Rob and Tony and Lou and the Guns. Oh, and me.
All right.
And then we're done. So, jeez. But yeah, man, you gotta act. You gotta suck it up. I am being serious. Yeah, it's really it's a good thing. It's a great opportunity for Bernie and Sid. I think. I really couldn't be prouder. I mean, look, Bernie was an intern for me.
Mm-hmm.
Sid damn near died.
More than once, to be honest.
I mean, we got and they got together on this program and then their own. That's a terrific story. So, anyway. 13. I'm my nose is.
No. You got emotional.
No, I did not.
Yes,
no, I did. Lying bastard.
I did
not. No, I did not. You're a lying bastard. My nose is running.
Okay.
Shut up.
With so many ailments, you always could fall back on one of those. Actually, no, I was coughing.
Oh, come on.
No,
That thing's so cold and sick.
no, you bastard! I was just clearing.
No, I just blew my nose. I mean,
Okay,
come on here.
I don't need the details of it.
Well, good point, Lou. Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you one thing about the
Say
piece
it.
that I thought was really good was for a lot of us that have heard about the ranch but never seen it, obviously. They did a good job, showing Wyatt in the arena. You standing outside with Anthony Mason. It's really a beautiful place. It was for some of us who've never seen it. It was actually pretty cool to see the place.
How much do you own? As far as you can see.
That was pretty cool.
What?
Right. Houston, Dallas.
Excuse me? Half of Texas?
You can see to College Station from we're at the highest point in Washington County. So, no, it's a great place.
That was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
Life is sweet.
Yeah.
The
Bentley, Iman and Mason.
That was funny.
Smoking a joint in a Bentley.
I was going to make a list of people to thank, and I was going to start with people. Do I have to thank people who did stuff for me, and I paid them?
No. Those are hookers.
Yeah, that's right. They are.
That's Stormy Daniels.
Prostitutes, right? There's a long list of those.
Right.
Holy crap! We're going to need a couple of shows.
Right. So how many people do you have left to thank?
Well, I don't leave very many people. If I'm only thanking the people who I didn't have to pay,
right?
That's Fred and Deirdre.
That's it.
Mom and Dad, I'm out.
What about the guy that parked cars in the FAN parking lot? You ever give him money?
No, you know who would be on that list though?
Oh yeah!
Michael Lynn and the Andrews brothers.
Oh, there you go.
That's right.
There you go.
I can't begin to say what he did for me and what they did.
What about Joseph Abood?
No money exchange there. Thank you, Dawn.
God, what a front runner little. God, Jesus, God. Please welcome to the Imus In The Morning program, our old friend, the Cardinal.
Hold on, fella.
This could be the Cardinal's final performance.
Good morning to God bless.
Morning, Cardinal.
Well, Imus Lamar, as we approach the end of the iconic Imus Lamar program, though the Cardinal and the I-Man have engaged in some ugly, ugly exchanges, I'd like now to extend to the I-Man an olive branch and respectfully request that you stick it up your wrinkled up old arse, you nasty old corpse, you be Jesus. Man ahead.
That is not funny.
Let me just say this, Mr. Lamar.
Yeah.
You look like you opened one of those exploding packages over the weekend, me Jesus. And it's too damn bad you didn't, you vicious old skunk, you. With apologies to Nat King Cole and Mona Lisa. Mr. Imus, people loathe you. You look like the scrotum with a pair of eyes.
No.
Is it only 'cause you're ugly, you're so anal? Does a boner in your hiney make you smile? You're a drunk who needs to smother, Mr. Imus. Or your wife can stab you in your feeble heart. Many dream that you'll die before this weekend. You'll just lie there. Hope you die there.
No.
Are you just a human eel, Mr. Imus? Or just an old and dusty, wrinkled up old fart?
No, that's just terrible.
Am I right, Rufino?
Yes.
Shut up, you.
No, Ryan, you agreed?
You butt-sniffing little punk, you.
Stupid wop.
Enough with the bullshit. Enough with the bull shenanigans. Heads down, you stupid hooligans. It's time for a wee prayer.
Father Mick.
Name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost.
Right.
Feuding lesbians we like the most. Oh, Lord, hear our prayer. Come on ahead.
Oh, Lord, hear our prayer.
Lord, we pray. Lesbian Cynthia Nixon wins an election at least once and dethrones the New York governor, Andrew the Dunce. Oh, Lord, take him now. Come on. Lord, we pray. The Reverend Louis Farrakhan stops picking on the Jews and that Lester Holt and his ilk stop ignoring this news, BGs. Oh, Lord, take him now. Come on. Lord, we pray that while Hillary Clinton fall downstairs after being stricken, Bill Clinton didn't grab the KY and start choking his chicken, be Jesus. Oh, Lord, take him now. Come on.
Lord, take him now.
Finally, Lord, we're grateful. The I-Man plans to depart a week from today, but that before that day, he passes away. Oh, Lord, take him now. Come on ahead. God bless us and save. Have a little lovely weekend. Which doesn't belong and why?
I like this part.
Which doesn't belong and why? A, porn star Stormy Daniels. B, lesbian star Cynthia Nixon. C, lesbian lookalike Imus In The Morning. Which doesn't belong and why?
Well, clearly, Stormy Daniels.
Wrong, you stupid prick, you be Jesus. While all three of these ugly freaks are in the news these days, the answer is B. The lesbian Nixon doesn't belong because, unlike the other two, Nixon does not like to swallow, be Jesus.
That is just
I don't care if it rains or freezes as long as the Iron Man dies, be Jesus.
We don't want to.
Get the hell out of here.
Ah, there's a great Delbert McClinton. Everybody get together. Sing. I don't care if it rains or freezes.
Down at the Neon Angel, beneath the flashing star, a ragtag congregation is gathered at the bar, searching for salvation for just an hour or two, while a jukebox in the corner plays the blues. It's midnight communion down on 2nd Avenue. They take the wine till closing time, a fellowship of fools, confessions heard, forgiveness given, from 12 o'clock till 2. It's midnight communion down on 2nd Avenue.
Imus in the morning on 77 WABC.
Today we're talking about mortgages. If you're looking,
I was going to get up this morning at 4 o'clock, but I don't know why I reset my alarm for 4:30. No, it's way too late. How was I able to go back to sleep? My pillow. That's just it. And I don't think it's psychosomatic at all, because I noticed this dramatic difference when I first started using my pillow, and I told you about it. And then whatever, you bought one, and now look. You can get some rest. The best thing, the really best thing, is you can get back to sleep on them. God, man. And it doesn't take long either. That pillow you have now won't hold its shape for 10 minutes. My pillow will hold its shape for 10 years. They guarantee that. Go to mypillow.com, use the code word Imus, I-M-U-S, and get yourself a My Pillow. Do it now. Do it right now.
Today we're talking about mortgages. If you're looking to obtain a home loan, Emmanuel Katechis from United Mortgage is here to help answer some questions. Emmanuel, what's currently happening in the mortgage industry?
Right now, someone can refinance even if you owe more than what your home is worth. Also, United Mortgage can get you into a property with little or no money down with VA, FHA, or USDA loans.
Can you still get a mortgage even if you have bad credit?
Absolutely.
What separates United Mortgage from other mortgage companies?
First and foremost, it's service. We're here 7 days a week. We understand this process can be very intimidating. That is why our team has been trained in customer service and, more importantly, all the products that we can offer. We're here for you even after the loan closes.
Call United Mortgage at 888-888-9126. 888-888-9126. 888-888-9126. United Mortgage is licensed by the New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut Department of Banking. 888-888-9126. United Mortgage Corp. NMLS number 1330. 48-02 25th Avenue, Astoria, New York, 11106. Licensed mortgage banker, New York State Department of Financial Services. New Jersey Department of Banking and Insurance, First Mortgages. Connecticut licensed lender, Connecticut Department of Banking. United Mortgage Corp. is not an agency for the federal government. All offers are subject to underwriting approval. This hour brought to you by Accountemps. Finding highly skilled accounting and finance professionals can be a challenge. Accountemps can help. With Accountemps' extensive network of accounting and finance contractors, you can be sure to find the right person for your exact hiring needs. Visit Accountemps.com to learn more. Accountemps, a Robert Half company.
77 WABC. Traffic and Transit.
Jackknife tractor trailer certainly have left its mark on the Jersey Turnpike. And from the RayKatina.com Traffic Center, I'm Jeff McKay, and this report sponsored by Tomorrow Sleep. And right now, big Turnpike traffic this morning. You've got delays near exit 12 in Carteret, and this delay goes all the way up through Newark, past exit 15E. Jackknife tractor trailer did the damage. It was on the southbound eastern spur, but now the southbound eastern and western spurs, the delays begin all the way back in Ridgefield Park. That's all the traffic trying to get down to Newark. Far worse than normal for this time time of the morning. Also, we had a big wreck on Route 1 southbound by 287 in Edison. That's causing delays either way. And you got to watch out now on the Connecticut Turnpike. Southbound in Westport, there's only one lane getting by. It's a 2-car wreck. They are trying to open up the center lane, and I think they've already done that now. Southern State on Long Island eastbound between exits 24 and 25 into Belmore. That's a crash. Westbound is slowing down because of it. And making your way across the Hudson GW Bridge right now may be your best way into New York, even with a 30-minute delay. And this report is sponsored by Tomorrow Sleep. Want an awesome night's sleep? Try a new Tomorrow hybrid mattress designed by sleep experts at Serta Simmons. Use code DRIVE for $125 off at tomorrowsleep.com. Update across the East River. The Whitestone Bridge jammed to Queens. RFK Triborough Bridge delays to the Bronx. The Throgs Neck Bridge and McKay Way around them both. Same toll, but no delay either way at the Throgs Neck Bridge. And the next traffic report in about 15 minutes. From the RayCatina.com Traffic Center, Jeff McKay on 77 WABC. And here's Jeff Smith with a forecast.
We'll have a lot of clouds out there today. Could be a shower in a few places. Doesn't look like a big deal. Won't be a rainout or anything for that Mets home opener. 54 for the high. Cloudy with a couple of showers late tonight. We're down to 50. That kind of evolves into a steadier rain for tomorrow morning. Then clouds breaking in the afternoon. Still a shower in spots. Breezy and mild, that high. Getting all the way up to 62. So kind of a spring tease tomorrow afternoon. And then we're back to slightly cooler weather over the weekend. Nice on Saturday, the high getting up to 58 under a lot of sunshine. Could be an early shower on Easter Sunday, 54. I'm meteorologist Jeff Smith for 77 WABC, where New York comes to talk.
Stem cells are nature's way of healing and treating the body. If you're suffering with knee, back, shoulder, or even joint pain and want to avoid surgery, stop and listen. The Park Avenue Stem Cell Therapy Center is offering free consultations. Dr. Singer at the Park Avenue Stem Cell Therapy Center will give you solutions for your pain and alternatives to surgery. Call 844-903-PARK. That's 844-903-7275 for your free consultation. Call 844-903-PARK. Call now and stop living in pain. That's 844-903-7275.
Are your baseboard heaters ugly, rusty, and outdated? Now there's a fast and inexpensive way to make your baseboard heaters look like new. It's the revolutionary Neat Heat baseboard reconditioning system that will never rust, dent, scratch, or fade. And it's easy to install. No special tools or contractors required. It installs over your old baseboard heater in a snap, and it will last forever. Neat Heat can be found at Home Depot or online at homedepot.com. For more information, go online to getneatheat.com.
Now also available at Lowe's.
Imus in the morning.
What is wrong with you? What is the matter with you?
What?
Have you really ever been psychoanalyzed? Have you been through any of that? Have they told you anything? What the hell was that we all just sat through here? With Rob and Kareth and Tony. What was that?
That was an illustration, so that they don't think I'm the only one that thinks it.
You know what that was? That was not that was an illustration. That was an execution. That's what that was.
Here's what I was. I was dumbfounded that after I'd already said something about an observation, that they come in and do it.
I understand, but I mean
I don't get that. That's like, well, I'll just do what I want, regardless.
It's the tone that has been set. I mean, they might as well come down.
That's their fault.
And they might as well
that's their fault.
Come in here and forget the chair. Come in here and lie down in a casket, and we'll hand you a microphone.
That is their fault. They caused those problems.
It's like I feel like a witness at an when the family comes and they say they want to see what happens there, and you stick the needles in the arm and you just turn on the juice and
totally uncomfortable. You don't know what to say.
God.
Like sitting in the waiting room of an abortion.
Oh, clinic. Absolutely.
Like that kind of, what do you say?
No question.
You don't talk. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Where do you put your eyes?
Yeah,
what do you look at?
Where do you look?
Jesus.
Can this end fast enough? That's what you want to know.
You are an evil bastard. Ooh. That's just all there is to it. Man. Well, there's no probably.
Well, nobody cuts me any slack.
Yeah, but man.
But that's okay. While I'm talking, you know what Charles is doing? This is unbelievable. He's sitting here, and of course, it's a situation, and you understand if you're married, because it's like being Charles and my relationship, which is a personal and a professional relationship, but it's very much like being married. There's seldom a day goes by.
What is your point? God Almighty, get to it.
In the past 30 years that I haven't talked to Charles on the phone.
Judas Priest, what?
at night or whatever. And in fact, Charles was the first one to know that I had prostate cancer.
Is there a point to this? Are you going somewhere with this? I'm just curious.
Well, is
there a trail here that somebody can follow?
You know what the point is?
You need a darn GPS or something?
Do you know what the point? It's just this. I can't say anything. You're sitting there doodling. What the hell are you doing? What is it you're marking? You've got a Sharpie there. You have a highlighter. You have something else.
I'm making little arrows. Just
Why?
as you make your infernal little boxes with the dots in them constantly. I make little arrows. I just make little.
What's wrong with
arrows.
the dots? What's wrong with the boxes and dots I make?
What's wrong with the arrows? Huh?
But you do it while I'm talking to you.
Do it while you're talking to everybody. You do it while you're talking to people on the telephone.
I can't get what?
Jesus God.
Well, because what difference does it make if I'm talking to them on the telephone?
This is sad. This is just sad. But now you see, now, ladies and gentlemen, you're right. You see what it's like?
They don't see anything.
This is what
they see is a psychopath.
They sure do.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, oh boy, do they see a psychopath.
Should we just continue, Charles?
If you would like.
Well, I know that, Charles. I'm asking.
Well, what
for
do
your
you
opinion.
want to do for crying out loud? How in the hell is that my decision?
You offer this. Here's how stupid you are.
Oh, dear God.
I'll say to you. I'll say about something. You say, well, it's up to you. Well, we already know it's up to me, Charles. Well,
at that moment, for God's sake, how am I supposed to know how you want to conduct the program when you've already said we're nearly out of time? Whatever you want to do, it's not up to me. It's not up to me. It's not up to me. I have no decision-making capability of this program. Do you understand that? For God's sake, how is that difficult to understand? It's not up to me. Answer me. How's that up to me?
What?
It's purple.
Why is that my decision? How is it my decision? It's not my decision. There's not one reasonable person listening to this radio program at this moment who would say that is your decision, Mr. McCord. It is not my decision. It's your decision. It's not mine. I have no decision making. There's not an opportunity. What? What do you want?
If I say to you,
Jesus.
Charles, what do you think? Then that means, what do you think? Tell me. Don't say to me, it's whatever you want to do.
You know what I
we
think?
already know.
You know what I think? I'll tell you what I think.
No.
It is time to say goodbye.org. Let's hope that thing can be put into effect within the next 20 minutes. And that you're sending out dang CDs.
You don't hope that I die. You don't mean that.
Just shut up. Move on.
The great Little Richard from the Imus Rants Record. Come on, baby.
Seen nobody like you. No, never. Have I ever seen nobody like you? You call me up, say you meet me at 9. I have to hurry, but I'm there on time. I walk right up and I knock on your door. The landlord said you don't live here no more. Ain't never. Just the same. Oh, Harvey! Imus in the morning on 77 WABC.
A few years back, I founded a small company. Now it's a big company.
6:05 a.m. on Sunday morning. I supposed to left from Memphis late last night. I stopped at one of them old highway places, and because I did, I sleep in the Tarrant County Jail tonight. I started out the night
Eyes raised around barrooms, Friday night dances, singing them old country songs. Half the time ending up someplace I don't belong. Hey.
Imus in the morning on 77 WABC.